Welcome to the Barcelo Maya Riviera in beautiful Mexico. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the resort. I know it's a long video, but don't worry, we have chapters in the description below. So if there's an area that you really want to take a look at, just hit the chapter in the description. When you first come onto the property, you enter into this enormous and very impressive lobby. So there's the gift shop on the left-hand side and then the reception on the right-hand side. But it's really hard not to notice what's straight ahead. It's the beach and the pool area, so we're going to head right on to it. And we'll come back. There's a bar on the left here and then the premium lounge on the right, and I'll show you that in just a second. So here's the Bahia Lobby Bar. It's open from 11 a.m. until 2 a.m. There are some very light snacks, obviously drinks, and they're playing sports, music concerts, and it's pretty lively after dinner time. Across from the lobby bar is the premium lounge. We were not premium level guests, but we snuck in to get some footage for you. So as you can see, it's pretty quiet in here and it seemed to be quite like this all the time. And on the far end of the lounge, there were some snacks and sandwiches. Around the corner from reception is guest services. You want to make sure you get to guest services as soon as you can to make your dinner reservations. So this is what the hallway looks like. We were on the 4th level and there are elevators spread throughout the property. Speaking of elevators, what does this mean? That was inside of the elevator. It's very strange. So when you are walking through the hallway, you'll see that there are shoe shine stations and then there are the typical ice makers you would see in a hotel. Hey guys, we're going to take a room tour of the Barcelo Maya Riviera. Let's have a look inside. Here's your bracelet as your room key. And we are staying in an ocean view room. The bathroom has pretty typical amenities. There is a hair dryer, there's shampoo, conditioner, and body gel in the shower, obviously soap, but the one thing that was missing was body lotion. So I'm just showing you one side of the closet for the sake of time. The other side is basically just hangers. One thing to note is that there is no iron in this hotel room. There's only a steamer. And there is a safe that's in the closet as well. There's plenty of storage in this room. Underneath the suitcases is a very large drawer. And then each of the nightstands also has a drawer. And above the nightstand, you'll see a little strip there, and there are plugs and USB ports, so it's very convenient. There are reading lamps and lights galore, and the ceiling fan was a huge hit with us. The mini bar was stocked with beer, soda, juice, and water. We always wanted extra waters, and I would leave a couple bucks in the mini bar for the attendant, and they'd always leave us extra goodies. There's also some snacks in the drawer above, and of course, a nice coffee maker. So now that I have your attention with this amazing view, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell. The balcony and this view was probably my favorite part about this hotel room. Again, we were on the fourth floor, so I'd say try to be on the fourth or fifth floor if you want a view like that. If you're staying in one of the swim up rooms, this is what they look like from above. And if you are not staying in an ocean view room, we just got a little peek on the other side, and that's the jungle view for you. Now on to the pools. This is one of 2 swim-up bars at the pool area. This side is the music bar, and it's much louder during the day, and then on the other side is the quieter section. We're going to take you around and let you look at all of it. So this is obviously where you pick up your towels, and behind the towel hut are restrooms. Across from the towel hut is the walk-up bar. So if you're not in the pool or you just want to go grab a drink and get out of your chair, the bar is right there. Both of the bar areas have the exact same layout. We came out pretty early in the morning, maybe about 7:30 to get this, so we didn't have a lot of people in the shot. But you'll notice a lot of towels already on chairs. So it's pretty typical. You have to get your towel out here pretty early in the morning to get your ideal spot. Since we were out here so early in the morning, the fountains were not turned on the pool yet. So this next shot will give you an idea of what the pool area looks and sounds like with the fountains on.
What are the fountains?
as you can see, the beach area is pretty expansive. Tons of lounge chairs. You really won't have any trouble finding a chair out here. There weren't a whole lot of people hanging out at the beach, though, and I'm not exactly sure why. It could be the beach conditions, or it could be the fact that there's no drink service at the beach, so people hung out at the pool. You may see this guy walking around with his hawk. The hawk is there to keep the birds away, but looking at this next clip, not all the birds are afraid. So let's talk about the restaurants. We'll start with Agave, the Mexican restaurant. When you walk up and enter, there's actually two restaurants in there. On one side is the Mexican restaurant, and on the other side is the French restaurant. And the same thing goes for the Italian and Japanese, one entrance. So when you come into the Mexican restaurant, there is a taco bar, and then there is just a regular restaurant area. So there are two separate reservations required. So our first night, we started with the taco bar. On another night, we had the regular Mexican menu. The Italian restaurant has a little appetizer buffet that you start with when you first sit down. Similar to the Mexican restaurant, the Japanese restaurant has two different reservations, one for the regular restaurant and one for teppanyaki. We did the regular menu first. All of the a la carte menus were available online, so I'm going to post those links in the description. The buffet is where you'll eat all of your breakfasts and lunch. There are no real snack options during lunch, so you really just need to come to the buffet. We filmed this super early in the morning so that we didn't get a whole lot of people in the shots. We didn't get all of the food options because that would just take forever, but just know that in addition to everything that you're seeing here, there is a vegan section, a gluten-free section. There's a whole area with fruit juices, etc. There are just so many options. During breakfast, you'll see some stations set up, probably about 3 or 4 of them, where you can have fresh omelets made or just have your eggs freshly fried. And then at lunchtime, those stations turn into something else. There are hamburger and hot dog stations, and then there are a couple other stations dedicated to cooking fresh meat or fresh fish. So the lunchtime options are just as plentiful, if not more, than breakfast. On the beach, if you walk a little to the left, you'll see this hut that sells these adorable drinks. They are not included, but they are not too expensive and super cute. The Barcelo Maya Riviera is just one of 6 hotels on a very large complex. If you go down to about the midpoint, you're going to come across a bunch of things. The first thing that we are going to look at is the dolphins, and then we'll show you a little bit of the water sports. There is a dolphin show at 10:30. We never made it to the dolphin show, but here are some people who are having an interactive experience with the dolphins. And then the water sports section is right next door. It was a really windy day, so we didn't get to see a lot going on in the water, but you get to see some of the equipment. Some of it with cost, some of it is free to use. There were some volleyball courts out at the beach area that we saw a lot of people taking advantage of. And then every day at 11 o'clock, there were aerobics at the music bar area. On site, there is a gym and a spa. We were not able to get any footage of the spa. They wouldn't let us in there, understandably, but we did get a little bit of the gym. Near where the dolphin area is, there is a huge spa, their signature spa. They didn't let us film in there, but did provide some footage for us. Getting around is super easy. There's a double-decker bus that comes by every 10 to 15 minutes, stops at all the properties, and also stops at the mall and the dolphin area. We didn't get to use it, but there is a mini golf area. There is an extra cost if you play at night, but if you play during the day, it is free of charge. And then we did pass by the water park, which was closed at the time that we went. There is an additional cost to use the water park. To me, it looked a little small, and I don't know if it's worth the $20 to get in. Then there's Fiesta Mexicana, which has a bunch of vendors, and then there's the Maya Mall. There's a bowling alley, ice skating rink, restaurant, and a bunch of shops as well. That was closed during the time that we went, but it's opened up soon after. Here's a little view of what the property looks like at night, and then we'll talk a little bit about the nightlife itself. The nightlife at this resort was pretty tame. People sort of just hung out after dinner. They had a DJ a couple of nights, they had karaoke going, you'd see the employees trying to get people out there to dance. But for the most part, people went to the Palenque Theater at the neighboring Colonial Hotel to see the shows there. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and smash that like button. Till next time.